All right, dudes, let's do pickups. And this month I got, I'd say 7 movies, it looks like. I got 7 movies and some Funko Pops. So let's get started. Uh, Funko Pops I have owned before, but I haven't had any horror ones. Like I've had some Star Wars ones and some Marvel ones. But I finally just took the chance and went and got some horror Funkos because I think some of these are really cool, and Walmart have an abundance of them. Every time I go in and every time I see them, I'm like, I kind of want to get one. And I finally just did a Funko run and got 3 different Funko Pops. And the first one I got is this Pennywise with its tongue sticking out, which is really, really cool. And this was like on a display a couple weeks ago for It Chapter 2, and then that was gone, and I was like, oh no, it's gone, I can't find it. And then I looked through all the Funkos and I found it, and because I wanted this one a couple weeks ago, but I didn't get the chance. So I'm glad they still had it. And it's one of 3, because there's 3 different Pennywises on the back cover, and this is the one with the tongue out, and I think that's the coolest looking one. This one I'm excited for because this is a Child's Play 3 Funko of Chucky with half his face cut off from the scythe in the carnival. That is really freaking awesome. And I really just... I'm not a giant Funko fan. Like, I mean, I like Funkos okay. But the horror ones, for some reason, are kind of sticking out to me. So I kind of want to get more. And I really liked this one. This just in particular, that is such a cool design. My last Funko is one that's awesome as well. It's Gage in church, and I really like how it's got the little church cat that's actually really adorable and really funny, and just really, really cool. I really want to get more of these. These are the only 3 I got, but I definitely want to get more of these horror Funkos. Now, on to the movies. The first one I got this month was Dr. Sleep on 4K, the director's cut. And I did not realize this before I watched the movie, that the only version on the Blu-ray is the director's cut, because I do not own a 4K player yet. I've been buying these on 4K because they're a couple dollars extra, and I want to get a 4K player eventually. But I watched the director's cut, which is what I wanted to watch. And it's funny because the director's cut, to me, there were a couple things that I noticed that were different, but it's weird. It flowed so well that there were some moments I just didn't even recognize being different. And then I was kind of, after I watched the movie, I kind of looked up the differences, and I was surprised because it felt like it was just add-on that felt like it was in the theatrical already. But it didn't matter anyways, because I think that this cut is honestly really good, just like the original cut, and it didn't feel any longer, which is really cool, and I really, really like that. I'm glad that the extended director's cut didn't feel longer. It felt like it was pretty close to the same runtime for me. For Valentine's Day, or close to Valentine's Day, I got 2 Valentine horror movies from Scream Factory. I got the My Bloody Valentine release, which is really awesome. Really love that artwork. Really love the extended, like, gore in this movie that actually looks really good compared to the Silent Night, Deadly Night version that Scream Factory did, where you could tell the footage from the extended gore was so different drastically in how it looked, but in this one it really fit into the movie. It didn't look grainy or look any different. I really appreciated that, and this is just a really cool release. Really love this artwork. And then after that I got Valentine, the other Scream Factory one. And Valentine I've seen before. Watched this a couple of years ago. I honestly didn't like it the first time, and I'm like, I'm going to give it another chance. I'm going to give it another chance. And I actually really dug it the second time. I think this one is really fun. It's 90s horror, and a lot of people are kind of whatever against that, but I think that 90s horror is fun for the most part. There's a lot that I can enjoy from 90s horror. In this one especially, I thought, well, actually, this came out in 2000, to be fair. Oh, actually, it's not 90s. It's 2000. It's right at the end of the 90s. But this one is, of course, like, connected to those, to, like, Scream or Urban Legend or How I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, it's very similar, so it still counts as a 90s horror slasher. But I think this one is really fun and really enjoyable as well, and I really liked it on rewatch. Then I went to Vintage Stock and got 4 different movies that I really wanted to get. And I was so excited to get this one, Synapse DVD version of Stepfather 2. And I really like Stepfather 2. This one's really awesome. And the artwork in this is really cool. And I don't think it has a Blu-ray release. So I looked on Blu-ray.com, and it only brought up the first Stepfather and the remake. It didn't have 2 or 3 as a Blu-ray option. So it's really cool to get this because I really do like the sequel. I really like the trilogy, Stepfather trilogy. So it's awesome to get this for $10. Really worth it. Then these 3 I have not seen before, and I'm so glad that I got The Tenant, Roman Polanski. I really am missing out. Everybody keeps telling me this is awesome, so Got this really dirt cheap. Really excited for this one. And then I got The Dentist, which is one that, again, I do need to see because everybody keeps telling me it's awesome. And then one that I didn't know much about, but it's got Vincent Price in it, called Theater of Blood. Just looked cool by the title alone, and it's one of those MGM Midnight Movies releases. And there's a couple others that I want to get, but I like these Midnight Movie releases that MGM did. I think they're pretty cool. And they've even got like the poster artwork on the background, or on the back of the cover. That's really cool. And that is all I got from pickups this month. And it's all horror this time, and I'm glad. But there weren't really many other movies I wanted to get this month, or at least had the funds to do. So this I thought was well enough fine for me for this month. I really did get some good Funko Pops and some good movies. And I watched Valentine, My Bloody Valentine, and Dr. Sleep already, but I haven't seen the other ones yet that I've got. And I'm excited to watch those, and I'm glad that I'll have them to review later on. So that is my pickups video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hey guys, if you like this video, consider checking out my other content. I review a majority of films that are pretty recent, and also older films, and mostly horror as well. Horror is my favorite genre, so I expect a lot of horror. And check out all my links down below. I have a link to Patreon, I have a link to Instagram, link to Twitter, link to my Facebook group, Horror Enthusiast 101, and to my own personal Facebook page, CDR Movie Reviews. And thank you for anybody who watched this video. Thanks for watching.